Hi, it's Lisa Cuneo and welcome to my scrapbook table. This layout is for two things, off the board with pineapple papers where we choose something from our Pinterest board, which I will show you in a minute. It will pop up on screen what I'm going to use as kind of my inspiration. Here are the materials I'm using. They probably look familiar because I use some of the same stuff in Monday's layout, and in fact this will be the companion page to Monday's layout. I have the rest of the photos that I'm going to use from the Jimmy Carter Presidential Library and Museum that we went to. I have some of these Americana type stickers. I think I will use some of those. For Iron Crafter, that's the second thing this is for. Our mission this month is to use our punches. So I'm going to use this star punch, and I've already used it to punch out some of these stars from scraps that I had, and I'm going to punch some others as well. I have some white here for splatter. I have some glaze that I might use on some of the punched stars that I make, and that is just about it. So let me get going and I will be back. Here's the layout from Pinterest that I was inspired by for today, and I think you will clearly see it in my finished page as well. So I have some blue paper on the left, some red on the right, and that's what Allison Davis had done. I am masking off some places because I'm going to add some white ink to the red paper, and I'm just using mint tape to do that. I think I went to grab the whole roll instead of just the piece that I had already torn there. Here we go. And I don't have you watch me mask all of this off. I love this mint tape. My sister gave it to me and I hoard it. So I did save these pieces for another day. I will use them again. So I just took this Hero Arts white ink pad and smushed it across the red paper. And I wasn't extra careful. I didn't try to make it even. I just put it on there. And just that last little bit. And here's the part I love. Anytime you do something like this, I absolutely love peeling off the tape and seeing what is underneath. That just always makes me happy. And there we go. So now I am punching out some stars. I already punched these blue ones from the scraps of the sheet of paper. Then I punched some from glossy white because those blue ones do have some gloss to them. The red paper, which is the same as what's on the layout at the moment, does not have a glossy sheen to it. So I pulled out this Tim Holtz, I think it's just called Distress Glaze. Put some on my finger, rubbed it on the paper, and then buffed it off with a piece of paper towel. I don't know that it made a difference. I'm not really sure. But anyway, I did it. So there, the stars are laying there. They're not glued down, but I just randomly threw them on there. I decided from the sticker sheet to use the words freedom and liberty because those were things that were very important to President Carter. And I put the blue word on top of the red and white paper and the red word on top of the blue star paper. I really like what these did for the layout, and I like the balance of putting one at the top left and the other at the bottom right. That sort of symmetry makes my brain happy. And they were easy to put down because I had already made sure the white strip was pretty straight. I am just about to the end of the refills I have for this tape runner. I'm making myself use it up before I use the new one that is sitting on my shelf. I think I have one more refill. I just refilled it yesterday. So these photos are various parts of Jimmy Carter's life. He's shown with Nelson Mandela. He's shown with Billy Graham. his wife, his children, and the peace talks are what are in the photo at the far left, and that is the event that eventually led to him receiving the Nobel Peace Prize. And I put a quote under there that I took a photo of. I wasn't able to take it straight on when I took the photo, so it's a little wonky, but I just decided to live with it. So some of the stars I glued down, and some of them I raised up on Stampin' Dimensionals. These are the mini ones. And while I do like them because they fit in little places, they are a little labor intensive because then you got to peel all those little sticky things off. But I like what that did for the layout. And it does take me a little while to get that done. I didn't do any journaling on this page because I have the journaling that I did on the companion page. These could work. I could have done these as a double page layout, but they aren't exact matches. There's no gray on this one, like I used the dark gray on the other one. There's none of the ledger paper on this one that I used on the other one, but they do coordinate pretty well, so I'm glad I decided to do that. I like how it ended up. The other layout took me so much time, and I'm not thrilled with it. This layout I completed pretty quickly, and I actually love it. So now I've covered the photos with some plastic packaging, and I'm going to do the same kind of splatter that I did on Monday's layout. I just took that white, opaque white from Picket Fence, and my fan brush, and there we go. I put it on there. I should have put this paper in my spray box just like last time, but I did not. So when I was done filming all of this, I cleaned my board. I had to clean it up. I also had glue on it and some other paint that just would not budge. So, thanks Tara for hosting this Iron Crafter challenge. Thank you for doing that every month, and I hope you want to play along with some of these. Off the board, you can go to the playlist that I will try to link below. I'm really glad you're here. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate everybody who watches my videos. Thanks a lot. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope that you get to scrapbook something of your own very soon. Here's some still shots, one of both layouts together, and then just a close-up. Have a good day. Bye.